Good morning, everybody, from Coolies, Johannesburg this morning. Let's get going with the news. There was quite a few things that happened at the FSCA this week. Firstly, something that our financial planners, especially independent financial planners, should maybe go have a look at, is that the FSCA released the notice regarding the budget and the estimates of expenditure and levies and fees proposal for next year. So the FSCA published the following documents for public consultation: an explanation for the budget, estimates of expenditure and fees and levies proposals, which is obviously important for the FSPs, and of the variation of the budget, and so on and so forth. So it is available on the FSCA's website. There is some time to comment on it, so go have a look if this is going to affect you. Then there is quite a bit of work that the FSCA is currently doing in warning the industry, but also the consumers at large, about impersonators, but also providers that are providing financial services that are not necessarily licensed. And this week there were two warnings that came through again. I see the FSCA is calling it Warning Wednesdays on LinkedIn, and it actually works quite well because it's quite catchy. So they have learned that the impersonators are using HF Market's company registration number on its website. Now, HF Markets is an existing FSP that is licensed, but the impersonators are conducting their activities through Elite Wealth Consultants, Titans Trade, and Lucrative XFTM Trade. So that's quite a long name. So from the FPI, what we would suggest to our members and everybody who's are FSPs and representatives is maybe just from time to time search your FSP number, search your name, do some internet searches, and make sure that there's nobody out there that is impersonating you, because this is happening more and more and more, where they work on an existing FSP that is licensed to do the right thing, and then impersonate themselves as that. And then secondly, it has also come to the attention of the FSCA that Solis Markets may be performing financial services to members of the public without being authorized to do so. Now, Solis Markets claim to be powered by Eclavia Asset Management, once again claiming to be an authorized financial services provider, but it's not. And they are a trading platform that they utilize, and people are supposed to be looking out for that because they are not registered. Then the FIS Ombud released his report this year, and I thought I would just share some very interesting stats with you. The FIS Ombud Office received 4,501 complaints within its jurisdiction last year and resolved 5,046 cases for the year. In 35% of the resolved cases, an award was made or a settlement was reached, and 39.5 million in compensation was awarded to the consumers. Now, it's quite a hefty report, but it's very interesting. So if you go and read it, you will see that if you look at the product categories of the complaints that were received, long-term insurance made up 58% of those complaints, but it's mainly funeral policy related. Short-term insurance is then another 11%. Investments are about 10%, and then the rest is retirement, forex, cryptocurrency, and those type of things. But those are very small numbers. Then if you also look at why the people complained, is about 27% is about non-payment of claims, 18.89, so about 19% complained about fraudulent or unauthorized policies, about another 11% about financial services provided, 11% about advice-related complaints, and then the rest goes on from there. So it's actually really a very interesting report to read. Go have a look at it. It also teaches you quite a bit on maybe what not to do. Then just one last comment. You know that it was the midterm budget this week, and some good news that we have received is that there is a positive review from the Financial Action Task Force on the SA's progress in addressing deficiencies in its ability to combat financial crimes, and hopefully by February we should be very close to being off the grey list. So holding thumbs there. There are only 6 outstanding items to be addressed, and the last scheduled reporting cycle is in Feb. Then just a last comment from FPI. We have got one more masterclass that will be available by the 27th of November, or actually on the 27th of November. This is focused on ethics and AI. So if you still need some ethics hours to complete your CPD for this specific cycle, it really is going to be a very good masterclass. We are bringing in people not just to speak about ethics, but also about how ethical AI is going to work in future. So that is my story. Thank you, everybody.